Good morning, this is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here outside of Hope, British Columbia, Canada, on another little tidbit of information that was shown to Chuck Yarmbrand back in 1979 when the Lord gave him the 3-year timeline of God's judgment upon America. It was seen, I'm not sure which year, first, second, or third year, but it was seen that Canada will close its doors to America. Well, America really comes under siege and all the stuff comes down, the Canada is going to close her doors and not allow Americans to cross into Canada. I want you to think about this. We know that the American dollar, right now can buy land for cheap in Canada, especially in the countries. David Terrell, God's prophet to the world, he was shown that land in the cities across America and Canada are going to go down to nothing. It won't be worth a plug nickel. But on the other hand, he saw land in the country going up by 2,000%. So this is the best investment that you can have for your American dollar. And while the doors are still open in Canada to buy land, especially up in the northern parts where the angel of the Lord came to me and he showed me, it's going to be up around the Hazelton area, Terrace, Smithers, that it's going to be a place of refuge. This would be the place to buy. So for those of you that are south of the border in Washington State and other places, while you still can, take your money and invest it in land. Buy land up in Canada. Up north, you can still get it relatively cheap. The price hasn't gone up, but when the troubles start hitting, the price of land in the country is going to go up. And so pray about it, and if the Lord does give you the go-ahead, then I'll travel with you to scout out the land for you, because the Lord has called me to pray over the land, to make them into blessed areas, to put God's blessing upon it. If the land's not blessed, it's not going to work. And but think about, look up in the Hazelton area, the Smithers area. There's lots of farms out there from 100 years ago. Lots of old homesteads that can be purchased for cheap. And then when you do it, you need to start developing the land to get it ready to be able to survive the earth changes that are coming. So this is just my second message for today. While you still can, invest in Canada, because there's going to be a lot of people coming up. I believe in the Exodus that the Lord showed me, where I saw 10,000 vehicles leave the east side of Surrey. A lot of these vehicles were American citizens getting out at the last minute before war comes down in the northwest, before the Chinese come in and invade, right? So use the time now to downsize, to put your money together. I know there's a lot of you rich believers out there that have finances, but you're looking for a place to invest, and the best investment is going to be land, because that's what's going to get us through the end times. It's not going to be in stocks and bonds, because all that's going to go down. It's not going to be in property in the cities, because value of the property in the city is going to implode. But you can take the finances that God has blessed you with and ask the Lord where to buy, and then come pick me up and we'll go look at the land and to see exactly what land that you're supposed to buy. But it's going to have to be by the Spirit of the Lord. You can't just choose any land. But the Lord will lead you on what property to buy, right? And He's called me to anoint the land, to put His blessing on it, and as a place of refuge for the end times. Just going to leave it here, and if you have any, if you want to get together and talk more on this, you could reach me at my email at Remnant Prepper, REMNANTPREPPER, or you could call me up on my cell. My cell number is 250-713-4588. But the American dollar, according to Chuck Rembrandt, in the first year of his timeline, will begin to slide in July. So we're talking possibly next year, we're going to see the American dollar start to slide. But while money is still worth something in America, use it to buy land here in Canada for God's people, to set up places of refuge. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here outside of British Columbia, Canada.